Hi, this is John McAuliffe, and I am the president of VFM Leonardo, and this is a presentation that I gave to the Chief Digital Officer Roundtable for the Hospitality Sales and Marketing Association International in December of 2013, along with representatives from both Google and from Facebook. The opening slide was an introduction of VFM Leonardo. Just as context, I would suggest that every person that was attending the Chief Digital Officer Roundtable was familiar with at least one facet of VFM Leonardo's business. In fact, every chain that was represented in the room uses our digital asset management software, vScape, to manage and distribute their hotel photos to our network of travel websites, Pegasus, and all 4 GDSs. But it is what we are doing beyond image distribution that I wanted to reintroduce to the group, and that is where our business is growing. We're focused on leveraging our capabilities beyond distribution, and we are increasingly doing this as chains are adopting our technology as their central repository, or call it the content equivalent of a CRS, to manage static content for all online channels and applications, including brand.com. They're using our technology to display visual content on brand.com with our multimedia display technology for standard tablet and mobile websites. They're using our technology to curate content, like the ability to create room-type presentations and display those room-type presentations to consumers in the booking funnel. And they're using our technology to more easily source content from properties, but as we move into 2014, from outside sources like Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. So the topic that I brought up for discussion in the CDO Roundtable today was really about presenting 5 trends that we are seeing in the market. Many of these trends are supported through the analytical data that we cull in aggregate across the interaction consumers display through our viewers on the largest brand and travel websites. To give you context, we analyze 14 million visits monthly through our viewers using Adobe Site Catalyst. Anyone that has heard one of my presentations before, you have heard me say this before, but I think it is worth continually repeating, and that is the future of digital is visual storytelling. It is the story that is important. In other words, it is not about the content per se, it is about the story the content tells about the hotel. The key is curating and displaying content into something that is meaningful to the shopper. Some of the latest trends that we are seeing in content curation include something we call snackable content. Snackable content is defined as bite-sized chunks of information that can be quickly consumed by its audience. Hotel marketers that actually get the point that it is about the story, not the content, still spend too much time trying to create an overall encompassing story that covers every feature of the hotel into a single 2 to 3 minute video or 100+ generic photos. The reality is that any given hotel may have many stories, from Thursday night manager's cocktail party to the complimentary breakfast to the desk setup in the room with ample electrical outlets for charging iPhones, iPads, and laptops, and of course the free Wi-Fi that comes with that. Each of these is a story that can be captured in an image, a virtual tour, or a 15 to 30 second video. Which brings me to the next trend that we're seeing in content curation, and that is something called the micro video. We just no longer have the time or patience as consumers to read long copy or watch a 2-minute video to find out what we are looking for. We are seeing that online retailers have found ways to effectively use micro videos, 15, 30, 20-second videos, to tell the multiple stories of their products. And we see these as having great relevance to the hotel industry. Insight number 2, UI, UX matters. What consumers are interested in and how they search through your property visually should be driving how you present it. For example, many chains, at least those that don't use our display technology, present their visual content by media type. There is a gallery for images, one for virtual tours, and one for video. This is just bad user experience. Not only are you forcing the consumer to click too many times to get the information they are looking for, but you're oftentimes taking them off page, and which takes them further away from the booking path. But more importantly, consumers just don't shop this way. They don't come on your site and think, I want to see all 85 images for this hotel in a random manner. Then I want to click on a separate link that takes me to a third-party site to see a video, and I want to be forced to download a new plugin when I want to view a virtual tour that also happens to be on a separate site. It just isn't how people behave. For one of our customers, we changed the way content was displayed to topic-based, displaying multimedia content in a single viewer and categorizing it by topics such as rooms, amenities, dining, etc. By doing this, we saw an increase in engagement. Engagement is really defined as the amount of content that is consumed each time the consumer visits the gallery on their website. That increase in engagement was up over 2.25 times overall, and we saw a 7.75 times increase in engagement with richer media like virtual tours. Now, if you subscribe to the premise that increased engagement means increased conversion, then this is a no-brainer. But to validate it, we asked the customer about the impact on conversion. And although they were hesitant about revealing actual conversion data, they did state that there was a material increase in sales conversion. Insight number 3, stop showing the exterior of your hotel as your hero shot. Consumers don't care. They want to see guest rooms, not exteriors. They want to see content that encompasses the experience of your hotel, like dining and area attractions. We analyzed content viewed over the first 9 months of 2013, which is over 500 million views of images and virtual tours, and we found that overwhelmingly consumers are viewing guest rooms. In fact, not only is guest room the most viewed category, but it is in the first place spot by over 2 times the volume against the category in the second place spot. This is despite the true lack of content we see in this category and the fact that most brands and travel websites put the exterior as the default first image in their galleries. We are helping our customers integrate room-specific visual content into the booking stream. The ability to associate specific room content to room types and show the consumer, when you book this room, this is the bed, the desk, the bathroom, and in some cases, the view you are going to get is proving to assist, again, in improving conversion ratios. Insight number 4. Stop starving consumers of the content they want to help them make decisions. And more importantly, stop starving them of content on mobile devices. Our data shows that 86% of visitors consume more than 10 images on each visit or invoke of our viewer. Remember, this is across over 100 million visits. So if you don't have at least 10 images on the channels, platforms, and devices consumers use to shop for travel online, you are not competitive with the industry. Additionally, and contrary to what most marketers originally thought about mobile, we are seeing that mobile is more than just a last-minute booking channel. Our data shows that people are consuming more hotel media on their smartphones and tablets than they are on their computers. In fact, media consumption is 30% higher in smartphones than desktop or standard browser websites, and consumers are interacting with 50% more visual content on tablets than on standard web browsers. And the demand to see the rooms continues. 38% of the virtual tours viewed on smartphones are guest rooms. We're also seeing 54% of connectivity on smartphone is Wi-Fi, providing the opportunity to provide consumers with the same rich experience you should be providing them on a standard browser website. There are ways to do this without weighing down your mobile website. 20% of content consumed on a smartphone is richer media like virtual tours and video, which is about a 125 index to inventory. Visual stories must be available and optimized to be consumed on all devices and channels. Most brands and travel websites provide an edited version of small images on smartphone websites when consumers are asking for the same content and multimedia content to be available on their smartphone. Insight number 5. Like reviews, the images your guests take of your hotels provide insight into what the story is for that hotel. Progressive hotel marketers are using UGC visual content to their advantage. I stole this quote from Google. The reason I stole this is because what we are seeing as the next trend in content marketing is the curation of consumer-generated visual content with professional content to tell a more human and engaging story. The Freehand Miami is a perfect example of how to show visitors the hotel's story using UGC. Not a single image on their site is professionally shot, and yet the visual story being told is superior to most standard hotel websites. And this is in fact a hostel that charges $30 per night for accommodation. I have provided 5 insights driven by what we are seeing through our analytical data of hundreds of millions of views of media across thousands of websites, both third-party intermediaries and brand websites, and also from what we are seeing in other industries like e-retail and how these marketers are capturing and engaging consumers online with the end result of improving conversions. Visual content and how you source, curate, publish, and amplify it into stories that inform and compel consumers to act is something all e-marketers at hotels should focus on. To recap, the future of digital is visual storytelling. Curate your content into stories that tell consumers why any particular hotel will help them make their trip successful. Short, topic-based stories using micro videos is one way to accomplish this. How you present visual content to consumers helps convey the story. Consumers want topic-based visual presentations easily accessed and seamless to your website's experience. Number 3, what hotel marketers are producing and showing consumers is disconnected from what a consumer is looking for. They want to better understand the story and experience of staying at your hotel, not what the exterior per se looks like. Show them your rooms, your dining options, amenities, and local attractions. Insight number 4, consumers use different sites, different devices, and browsers to shop for hotels. Ensure that the content you have that shows the story of your hotel is available on all these devices and platforms. And insight number 5, the next step in visual storytelling is through UGC. Visual experiences as captured by real people, real guests. Just like reviews were foreign several years ago, UGC should start making its way to travel websites in the near future. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. This is John McAuliffe, President of VFM Leonardo.